I love trucks, you love trucks, Ford loves trucks so much that they barely make cars anymore. This is the Super Duty. That means anything from the F250 to the F600. Yes, these are the chunks. And I've got a couple of hours, so I'm going to talk about as much as I possibly can while I'm here at the Ford Proving Ground.
And there is a lot to talk about. I could spend an hour just discussing the model options, trim levels, and pricing. But let's start with all of our options. There's the F250 and the bigger F350. Those are both available in all the trim levels. The duly 350 doesn't come in the XL off-road or Tremor versions. That's the same with the 450. Both 550 and 600, well, we're not going to talk about those. Those it's just too much.
Just on the 250, 350, and 450, that is 18 models alone. And then, of course, you get to pick your cab, whether you want the regular cab, the crew cab, or the super cab. And then there's the bed size, 6 3/4 feet or 8 feet. And then on the 350 above, do you want a single wheel or the dually? Ah, you guys, that's a lot.
There are 4 engine options available too. Standard now is a 6.8 liter V8 and it's naturally aspirated. The 7.3 liter V8 is higher output and gets more in the torque department. There are 2 diesel options in a 6.7 liter Power Stroke V8. That gets a single turbo, and the high output turbo diesel gets a sick amount of torque that does some serious heavy lifting. Some of those max numbers mean you're towing with a gooseneck hitch, so make sure to come properly prepared.
Towing is one of the main reasons to buy a Super Duty, and we have some opportunities here right now that we're going to do. But first, take a look at some of the max capacities. Okay, so I'm towing 40,000 pounds right now. This is way more than I've ever towed before. This is the high output diesel. This is the one that has the capability of pulling 40,000 pounds. This is a 7% grade. All right, I'm gonna push it. I'm on throttle on the floor right now. I mean, you guys, there's so much torque in this thing. This is pretty astounding. Holy crap. This scares me more than driving around a gnarly, racetrack. The Ford Super Duty has a max payload capacity of 8,000 pounds. Hey, you wanna know how I know that I've got 8,000 pounds back there? You can check your onboard scales to see if you've reached max payload. This truck obviously is rated for less than 8,000 pounds, so you'll have to check and see what you've got. But also, there is a tail light indicator that as you are filling up your truck, it will help you know that if you're getting close to max, you can't go above that. Yeah, you guys, another really cool thing. Couple of quick driving impressions while we are here. I am in the higher output gas engine. That is the V8 that has 430 horsepower, 485 pound-feet of torque. Do I feel all of that power? Throttle tip-in is not instant. It does take a quick little second. I'm partly thinking that's because it's sort of downshifting a little bit with gears and kind of having a little bit of a hard time deciding which gear to get into. But once you get into it, yeah, I mean, definitely torquey in the low part of the range, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna talk about ride comfort for just a quick second. I definitely am feeling the road for sure, but it's livable. But you're not expecting sort of a smooth, Mercedes-Benz type ride. It's definitely trucky, but at the same time, in a straight line, this is pretty good. I have to monitor the steering on a Jeep Wrangler more than I have to on this. And normally when I'm in a truck, I feel like I'm kind of bouncing all over the lanes. So I feel like they've got it pretty locked in. The one thing that I think is a little weird is I feel like this is a V8, it should sound a little bit better. It's okay engine sound wise, but I feel like it could sound a little bit better. Overall, for a big truck, It's comfortable. Certainly it's going to do a lot of work for you, which is the whole point. The Super Duty also gets this cool new feature called the Ford Pro Upfit integration system. I'm getting that right. And that will allow you to actually plug in using the electrical system in the Super Duty things like this snowplow or a crane if you use those types of things for your business, and you can then operate them using the Super Duty. God, this is so cool.
For the record, these trucks are used in so many capacities, including utility companies, construction, emergency response, mining, and forestry industries. So those engine options aside, the Super Duty series gets some upgraded looks both inside and out. There are 7 new grille options, all maximized for cooling. They all get the C-clamp lighting and available LEDs on all trim levels. There are also new appearance packages with the STX, Sport, and Black that offer up wheel options and paint choices and give you the opportunity to give your truck some personal flair.
The Super Duty does get a Tremor off-road package, and that will get you a front end lift. It gets you 35-inch tires. You get some extra skid plates underneath for a little bit more protection. You get an off-road suspension. You also are going to get some Dana axles that are a bit reinforced. With those extra goodies, you're going to be able to do some extra off-roading, which we are kind of out here like cruising around right now and having a little bit of fun. Woo! Yeah, I mean, again, for such a big truck, like, this can surprisingly do quite a bit of stuff. So this also has trail turn assist, which is the same feature that is on the Bronco. You guys, this is one of my favorite systems that Ford does when it comes to off-roading, and it absolutely makes this huge vehicle feel way smaller when you're going around turns. Super important for trail driving. So right now we're doing an articulation feature to see just how well this guy does. Oh. I mean, this is long. It's like a whole minute before your back wheels hit it. I'm kidding, but wow, that was really smooth. I mean, buttery. That was pretty easy. All right. Okay, so I don't ever really think about the Super Duty as something that I'm going to do massive amounts of rock crawling in, just because your breakover angle is really, really low. But for what we're going over right now, I mean, listen, this thing is plenty torquey, and it's doing it's doing some good work here. I mean, it's surprising. Again, this is a big vehicle. I wouldn't take this on the Rubicon Trail, but man, if you want to go do some stuff, you totally can. So I feel like I should start this whole interior discussion with this lay flat seat, which is absolutely incredible. That I need that in an airplane. Okay, so we'll talk about what's up here. Standard on the XL, you get an 8-inch touchscreen, but you go higher than that and you get this 12-inch touchscreen, which when it's on, you'll see the graphics are really clear and really amazing. You know, for a work truck, I think everything that you need, all of the controls are in a really good spot. Your terrain control is here, your trailer assist is here. You get functionality for HVAC systems, as well as your listening pleasure, whatever it is. Your camera is up here, your toggle switch is up here. The switch here all feels pretty good, a little plasticky. And of course, you know, listen, it's a truck. There are plasticky bits because you're gonna be doing a lot of work with this, but there are some really innovative things in here. I love this little switching here, so you can kind of move wherever your drinks go. That's really handy. There are a lot of storage cubbies and stuff like that. And of course, because it's a truck, you guys, it's super customizable. There are a lot of options. This, of course, is one of the higher trim levels, so you have sort of better materials, some like interesting textures and colors. This is sort of some soft plastic and definitely like soft touch points. Overall, you know what? I'm kind of liking the interior. I like how they've sort of redone in here. It's simple, but it makes a whole lot of sense. The other thing that makes a whole lot of sense is this. Oh my gosh, I'm so jet lagged too.
You can make upgrades to your Super Duty that include a Bang & Olufsen sound system, heated and ventilated front seats, and other luxury amenities. Check out the Lariat, King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited trims for those extras. As for room, wow, you're not going to be wanting for much. The front row, obviously, like you could put a huge person in here. I'm tiny and fit massively. When it comes to the second row, I have so much space. I could not only stretch out my legs from the other side of the whole bench, but they could also stick out and I could be wearing super high heels. So when it comes to space in here, Ford has you covered. As far as being comfortable, I think the seats are great. I really have no complaints when it comes to how it feels inside the cabin. Looks and power aside, perhaps some of the most interesting options are the ones that you cannot see. These are operational systems that will help you and your cargo stay safe. There's a 360-degree camera setup that helps you see what's going on with your rig.
There's a blind spot information system that you can attach onto your trailer. This you can use with the gooseneck or the fifth wheel. This is going to help tell you if you've got some company beside you in your blind spot. There is also a tailgate down feature, which will first of all let you know if your tailgate's down, so very well named, but also it will help you to see how close you are to a loading dock with the tailgate down so that you can not bang your truck into the loading dock. Rules!
Pro Hitch Assist helps you line up your hitch with your trailer, and even a trailer navigation feature that will plot out a route to make sure that the roads you're on can handle the capacity and height you're pulling. The Super Duty also gets additional safety equipment like intelligent adaptive cruise control that not only speeds up and slows down, but helps with lane centering. For the record, Ford's system is really confident, especially and even if you have a trailer. Other options like trailer theft alert, a fleet start inhibitor, so if you're managing a fleet and want to make sure no one's borrowing a truck after hours, you can make sure they're all shut down. You can also opt for a head-up display and front and rear brake assist. When it comes to the competition, you're looking at the Chevy Silverado 2500, the Ram 2500, and the GMC Sierra 2500 HD.
We haven't even talked about pricing yet, but before we do, if you are in the market for a Super Duty or some other kind of truck, kbb.com can help you. Click on the link above and we'll help you find a fair purchase price.
Okay, pricing on the Super Duty F250 XL starts around $44,000. If you get the F250 XLT, you get the bigger gas engine and can upgrade to the Tremor off-road package. The F250 Limited, which is the highest base price with this model, starts around $96,100. The 350 XL starts about $45,100 and maxes out with the Limited at $97,300. The 450 base model XL starts at $58,500 and tops out on the Limited at, yes, you guessed it, over six figures with a base price of $103,100. The options, and I'm talking beyond the configurations for just the powertrain, box style, box size, and wheel options, are staggering. If you thought the Porsche configurator was extensive, this one is that times 10. You can get a 2 kilowatt ProPower onboard generator, a rapid heat supplemental cabin heater, every kind of floor mat you can imagine, an interior work surface on the center console, a first aid kit, 360-degree exterior strobe lights, just in case you're having a party, a winch, skid plates, an extra block heater, spray and bed liner, a tonneau cover, cargo boxes. Okay guys, I'm exhausted. Also, I have an assignment for you. Whoever can get the price of an F250 up over 200 grand with the fewest options wins.
The Super Duty is a big truck. It's capable, it's durable, it's heavy-duty stuff for heavy-duty work. Look, there's a reason why the F-Series is the #1 selling vehicle in the United States, and Ford has just made it more compelling with some insane new tech and more power. Dig in, and with this, you literally can.